Hey guys, I'm going to tell you what the top 10 things you need to remodel or build your own house. So for number 10, you are going to need a nice shop vac. So this shop vac is used, but it still runs great. Shop vacs are really great for cleaning up after you're done with your remodel or building your house. Just so you can or building someone else's house if you're trying to go into contracting for a business. So yeah, you're gonna want a shop vac, like one of your first tools, but this is only number 10 out of the top 10 things you need. So number 9, what you're gonna need is a nail gun. So number 9 is a nail gun because you want this for finishing. You're going to need an air compressor to hook up right here, this part right here. And you just plug it in there. Put some nails right here. In here. I don't know how to reload it because my dad does all the contracting. But I learned a thing or two anyway. So you just load it up with nails. And then you finish it. It's really quick. You just go boom, 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 boom. 2 on each probably. Boom, 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 boom. And then you do that on like trim or mostly trim. But it's good for finishing off stuff like door walls. Boom, boom. This is what we use this. This is brand new. Yeah, pretty good. So this is number 9 of what you need. Number 8 of what you need is a tool bag. You need this because you're not going to want to carry like 50 tools on you running back and forth. This can hold about 20 tools for you. Put your nails in one pocket here. You put your hammer like right here, and then put some like screws in here. Your tape measure will go in here, which is also in this video. Your nails, and maybe your knife, which is another thing in this video. It's really important, but this is only number 8, and we still have 7 more to go. Now, number 7 is a knife. So number 7 is a knife because you can practice. It's a drywall knife. You need this to cut your drywall, which is really simple. All you do, take this part right here, put it upward. Darn it. This one's kind of stuck. But put it upward if you can see. Yeah. Okay. I have to put it upward off camera. But you push this up and it will bring the blade out, which is a good size. You just take it and cut it across. And then you cut it. And it should be, and usually it's a good enough blade to cut through your drywall. You just get your drywall ready. And yeah. So you really need this for drywall, for remodeling houses if you want to add a wall or fix some drywall patches if you need a whole another piece of drywall. Usually you don't, though, for just a drywall patch. But, yeah, so this is pretty important. But this is number 7. Now, number 6 is the wrench. So the wrench is really important because when you really have to, let's say you're going under something, you have to just take it up. It's really nice because you can make it wider or make it smaller, as you can see. So, yeah, that's one of the best things about this. It tightens up on it. But this is only number 6 because you can use your fingers if you're strong enough and if you have good enough grip. But usually you would use a wrench here. No, not a wrench. What's this called? I think it's a wrench, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of wrench. You can get like the ones that don't move like this, but I prefer one of these because they tighten up. So it's like a lot more sizes. So this is number 6. Now number 5 is a mud knife and mud, and it goes in this pan. So usually you take the mud powder, put some water in there, and then you mix it up, get your mud, make sure there's not too much water in there. Then you take your mud knife, which I couldn't find, which is like a knife, only really flat and not that sharp on the end, just flat. And then You mud the wall where you need it to go, like on certain parts. And then, yeah, so this is number 5, because without this, drywall would be a lot harder, especially for drywall patches. This is what you use for drywall patches. If we didn't have, who's that? Okay, never mind. Probably just my dad. Probably. Okay. So you want to use this mud knife so you can do drywall patches, and make sure, if we didn't have like this, if we just were like, oh, I'm not going to make it easier, then probably we would spend a lot more on drywall than mudding and patching it up. So number 4 is your classic hammer and nails. So why is this number 4? Well, there's other things past this that are a lot better for certain things, but this you need for drywall. Just take the nail and the hammer. Make sure you don't hit your finger. Just go like this. So what you want to do, you want to hold it like this when you nail. Make sure a little bit sticking out on the wood, and then hit it in once. And if it's not in enough in the wood to where you can just leave it, do it again. Make sure you don't hit your fingers. And once it's in enough to where you can hit it without holding it, just hit it in, and then, yeah, that's pretty good. But for drywall, usually you tap it in, and then boom, hit it in. Tap it in, boom, hit it in. Don't do it too hard, though. Also, just wreck the drywall, and then you'll need, but usually if you do that, you'll need to mud it. Oh, my brother found out how to load it. Good job. The nail gun. So we'll show you that at the end of the video, because he just figured that out somehow. So number 3 is a screw gun. So this is an old one, doesn't work that well, as you can see. That, let me hit it a few times. Okay, so it just drills it around, and then you just click. See this button right here? You click this to loosen it. Wait, is this loose? Oh, darn it! One second. Oh, I can't tell because it's not going right, man. Yeah, I don't know. But you just click this button, and it will either loosen it, make it go lefty-loosey and loosen the screw that you're trying to put in, or right to straighten, or to put in the screw that you want. But yeah, unless it's that, is that safety? Really? Is that safety? What?
Yes, it's safety.
That's so, no, it can't be safety. What the? I don't know. I don't think it's safety, but it looks like it is. Okay. I think this is like, no, it's righty. It's just it's stuck for some reason. And then left. I think so. And this is loosey, lefty-loosey right now. I just figured that out. I spinned a little. So yeah, you're going to want a lot better one than this, but it's really important. Just make sure, Spider, get off my camera. Okay. You want to make sure you get the right screw gun with the right accessories added onto it. This is an old DeWalt, so if you want to get DeWalt, that's fine. I don't really care as long as you get a good screw gun. If you're working at night, you really want a light added to it, which most have, but yeah. So this is number 3. Number 2, which I will teach you how to use, because most people shockingly don't even know how to use this, even adults. So number 2, I will tell you how to use it. And number 2 is the classic tape measure. So most people, let's say I'm going to measure the mud pan, okay? So see it? Oh, darn it. You can't see it all the way. Let's try something smaller. Okay. See the end of this, okay? So for right now, it says it's boom. It is about, let's look. It looks about 6 inches, right? But it's a little bit short of that. It's about 5 3/4. And how I know that is, so when you see it on here, you're going to see all the little lines on it, okay? You can't really see them that well. Okay, so you see the little lines? The one in the middle is half, so like 2.5 inches. But the littler ones, but they're still bigger than most of them, are 4ths. And then the ones that are smaller but still bigger than the little ones are 1/8, and then the very smallest ones are 10ths. So when you do that for tenths, all these count. So 1/10, 2/10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, yeah, no. It's 1, 2, 3. It counts every little line. Sorry, I'm getting confused with myself for some reason. I know how to use this thing, but I just haven't used it in a while. So yeah. So let's say all the little lines would be 10. All the slightly bigger lines will be 8, and all the bigger lines will be 4. So these automatically count. So 1, 0 for 1, 2, 3, and 4 fourths. You get what I mean? Like on here. So 1/4. Well, 0 fourths, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then 4 fourths, which is 1 whole inch. And then you just do that with every single one. So this is number 2. But number 1 that you're going to need the most for remodeling and construction, building your new house, is the most important is the skill saw. So this table saws that are just straight chop saws, what else is there? Do you know any other ones? I can't remember all the other names. There's just tons of saws out there, but this one you can do practically all the work with it. Just chop saw. It chops down. You can just hold it. It's a little bit heavy, but this is for like if you don't have a chop saw or something like that. Just put it down, boom, cut it up. Cut it off, just like a chop saw. Only chop saws are usually easier, my dad has an old one sitting right there if you want to see it real quick. So chop saw looks a bit like that. It's like that. So yeah, it looks like that. So that looks like that, and I flipped it over, so it might look a little bit flipped over, okay? So, yeah, that looked flipped over. It's fine. But, yeah, the skill saw, table saw, it's just straight. You can do the same thing practically with this one. It has a nice little handle here, so it helps you carry it. And then, for me, it's a little bit heavy. You have to replace the blade every once in a while. To cut it, you just take this, pull it back, put it, and then just hook it on somehow and keep it there somehow. I don't know how, but yeah, I think it's like this button or something. I don't know. But you use that and then click it on and then just cut. So this is basically like a safety cap, so it's pretty safe for children. That's if they go like that and then stab themselves, which is pretty dumb. Make sure your children don't get a hold of this if you have any children, except for me, because I'm an authority. Yeah. But, yeah, so since we figured out how to load the nail gun, we will teach you how to do that right now. Yeah, so, okay. Hogan's going to teach you how to reload it.
So what you do, see, see this button right here, right there, where my finger is? You press it down.
And then it just completely...
Yeah, it just completely opens. There was some nails in here. The nails look like this. Mm-hmm. You load them in. You load them in. And yeah. And then that's how you close it. And then also, what he didn't mention is how it has 2 ways to actually fire the nails. You have to press this down.
No, you have to press that down and shoot.
And shoot. No, not at the same time, but
yeah,
press that down and then shoot.
Not your finger.
Will fire the nails.
Mm-hmm.
But this has no air compressor, so it can't fire my finger. So yeah, that will wrap it up.
See ya. Hope you use this and like this video. Peace out.